everybody. Welcome to another round of Canje Plays, and today we are going to be getting into something a little different on the channel. We see a lot of content creators, including myself, break out these expensive board games or these different types of things with a lot of tactile, a lot of tactile material. Cardboard. We care about cards. We care about meeples or minis or things like that, but we never really get into the different genres and different styles of board games that are out there. Of course, you have your Euro, your American style. I think that's called Ameritrash for some reason. Probably, I'm still trying to figure out why. But you just have all these different styles, and you have these different styles, whereas boss battlers like KDM or adventure, explorer or sandbox like Explore It. Puzzly type games, that type of thing like Veil Wraith and whatnot. So there's all these different genres and all these different types. But there's one type that I've seen a few people do some material on. The content creators that I subscribe to, I don't see them doing it, but diving into and getting into this specific genre, has opened me up to other content creators who have done stuff. And so hey Yogi, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome, pull up a chair. And so that's led me to kind of look into this genre and just try it out, right? It may be for me, it may not be for me. It may be for you, it may not be for you. It doesn't know. But the genre I'm talking about is the pen and paper, roll and write style of gaming. Like I said, I don't see a lot of the major, huge, they've got thousands upon thousands of subscribers, that does a lot of this, because there's those that stick to the newest thing, the flashiest thing that's coming out. There's those that play just kind of what their genre is, and it might not appeal to them for this. But like I said, I'm new to gaming. I never want to say no to trying out something different and see if it would fit my wheelhouse. So this one is cheaper and all in tier. It is. It is cheaper all in tier. So we're looking at getting into Four Against Dark, and that's the first one. And this entire month, every Sunday, I'm gonna play a different roller write or pen and paper game. So we want to kick it off on this first May 1st by playing Four Against Darkness, and I looked up to see what the top roll and write and pen and paper games were, and two came up. Four Against Darkness and D100 Dungeon. And there's others out there, don't get me wrong. There's thousands upon thousands of different pen and paper and roll and write games. But these two bubbled up to the top on the pen and paper side as saying that they're really great games, really well known. And so I was like, okay, well, let me start there with the really well known, and then I'll get into the less well known. So like I said, every Sunday this month, I'm going to dive into playing a different roll and write or pen and paper game. It's just we're starting off this lovely month of May with Four Against Dark. That's what we're going to be getting into. Delve and draw. So it's a lot of that's the thing. You can make this game as board gamey as you want, or as less so. Like, you could just go with a pen and paper and two dice. Well, yeah, and two dice, and that's all you play with. Or you could bling it out like I tried to do here. And please forgive me if you see horribleness, but if you want to know what I used in this stream, look down in the description below, and that's everything that I've used to bling it out for what you're about to see. So it may be something that someone says, oh yeah, this is cool, or not. There's a lot of content to Four Against Dark. I thought it was just, the book. Yes, there are tabs around here, but pay no attention to those. That's for me. I'm slowly becoming the tab king, I guess, from what people are saying. So, but there are tabs on this one just to help me reference some stuff. But the book is actually really well written. The tabs aren't because the book is bad. It's just because if I want to jump to someplace real quick, I can just pop that open. But it comes in the form of this book, minus the tabs. I really should have taken the tabs out because I know I'm going to get made fun of for it. But this is the base game, and what this is it's a replayable dungeon delve dice rolling game. You have 2d6s and paper. That's it. You go in there with your base set, you play through this, and a pencil, right? And a pencil, because you need something to write on the paper with. But you go in there, you play through this, and you could keep replaying through this, and you can keep replaying through this, and be top notch. However, if people are like, "Well, I need something with a purpose," I that sounds cool for probably the first, 3 or 4 playthroughs, but I need a purpose. Well, they have content. they have so much content. I bought 3 of them. There's a lot of Four Against Darkness adventure modules, a lot of them. But I got 3 because these were the first 3 in the line, and I was like, okay, I've played through the first one. I want to play through these ones and see how they feel out. But there are different modules that you can get that has, different kind of move about, what happens when you move, what happens when you get to a different room. It's a story for Four Against Darkness. So you play the base game, but you sub in the rules for this one where necessary, and you're playing through an adventure. So if you're like, well, I want an adventure, they have, and these are available in PDF. I just got these ones because I like books. I think books are cool. They got you in their web. It was just more just kind of I wanted to really, really try it out. There's also, if you go to one of those links on there, that a group of people created. Let's see, Alexei Aparin and the developer of the game, Andres Illegal. Well, Andre. So he and some other developers actually created card-based adventures that you can get. And as you can see, the see-through on this one, because it's green. So if I move it away, oh, that one's green too. There we go. So they're card-based adventures that you can go through and play. There's an amazing amount of options on here, and you can bling it out because a lot of people were like, "This game's awesome. We want to bling it out and see it." And I did a little bit of that. So, hey, what's going on, Mike? What's going on? Pull up a chair. So we're gonna go through a base adventure so you can kind of get the sense of the base game, and then see if that's something that you like. I'm doing a lot of talking here only because I gotta intro this thing, right? So hopefully it'll be something that you're interested in. We'll go through the rules. I have the PDF up, so you don't have to sit there and listen to me read out of a book. Instead, you can read along with me in a PDF. Yay, I've been waiting for the. Hey, Brian, what's going on? So you can read along with me. But there's something else too. If you notice right there, where my finger cuts off, right there, that there is the Foreteller logo. So Foreteller has created this medium called Fabler. And what it is, it's for people who play D&D or any type of tabletop game, be it for, what's it called, core space, or, any sci-fi, any horror, any type of D&D style game, any tabletop game that you play. They created Fabler, and we'll go to Fabler when we get back to the table. But basically, what it is, you can add ambient music and sound to your game and enjoy it. There's a lot of places that do that currently today, but they're trying to kind of become the voiceover music background type of thing. And they created this, and I said, hey, I'm doing a month of rolling, right? And they're like, hey, would you like to try Fabler and use that and see how it works and give us some feedback? So, but sure, why not? I like Foreteller. So Foreteller's awesome. So I said, I'll try Fabler and see how it goes out. I tried some stuff with it. It's in its early stages of dev. It's out, I think, for you to get a subscription model. But it's still being developed as we go because it's still kind of young. But it has some good stuff in it. And we'll get to that, and I'll show you Fabler before we kick the music off. Okay. All right, y'all have heard me talk for 7 minutes and you want me to shut up. So, let's get some information. Get down on the table, talk about Fabler, talk about Four Against Darkness, do this whole what it's supposed to look like and what I'm going to make it look like, and then we'll have some fun. So, yeah. All right, so 4 Against Darkness, re-implemented by Alone Against Fear and plus 4 more different styles, but this came out in 2016. It's got a 7.5 on Board Game Geek. It is a true solo game. It is true solo. You're playing it by yourself. You're controlling more than one character, but it doesn't matter because you'll see what I mean when we get down to the table. But 1.3 thousand people rated the game. It's 7.5. Overall, it's 1,995 and thematic 386. The time to play is 45 to 75 minutes, depends on how you want to do it or the adventure module that you're playing. The weight is about a 2.09. I don't even think it's that. It's not complex, but it is a little fun. And the designer is Andre. I thought it was Andrea as well, but then I watched a playthrough and they're like, nope, it's Andre. And he did the art as well as Heather and Joe, and published by Create Space, Fox Games. I think Ganesha Games is the one that really pushes that one out for it. I think that's what was in this as the publisher. Different publishers, different stuff. Anyway. Alright. So this is kind of the intro to the game set. It's all up to you to kick down the door, check for traps, and try to survive. So it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Like I said, it's a pen and paper game to get down to the table. I don't want to give too much away, and I'm talking a lot already. I'm sure you're curious about what this looks like. So let's get down to the table. We'll take a look at Fabler. We'll then take a look at 4 Against Darkness, do the setup, and get into the game. Okay? Down at the wonderful table, as you see the bling out that I have done. Oh, we will first let's take a little detour to our musical option for the day. So Fabler is basically, like I said, it's a kind of thing that you could set sound effects, ambient sounds, as well as music to your tabletop game. They have the music and ambiance inspired by Gloomhaven. So if you're like, well, you want Gloomhaven music, they have that in there that you can use on your game playthroughs. And as simple as just kind of clicking on it, it takes you to, and we'll go to the Gloomhaven one. So it loads up and you see all the different music and tracks that they have for Gloomhaven. What you can do is you can create a campaign, add that game to your campaign, and then play through. For Fabler, for Against Darkness, this is the campaign I created with some revolving tracks that's going to go on through it. Yes, you're right, Brian. There's tons to keep it fresh. But basically, you can add ambient sounds. You can add sound effects to your game, and they all play together with the music or time so that you can do that. And they're doing this new little beta thing that's on here that says if you don't want to play it through your computer, you're like, I don't want to share my screen or share my audio while I'm playing D&D in this pandemic time, they have this new thing called live play. So when you create live play, you create a session and you share a link. They don't have to have a Fabler subscription at all. They go to that link, open it up, and then as soon as you hit play, it's coming through their speaker. So it's not that you are sitting there saying, okay, well, like I said, I don't want to play that stuff through my speakers to them or go through Discord's type of to share music because that could get wonky or too loud or just really odd. When you use the live play session, it's kind of like creating this room. Everybody goes into that room, and when you hit play on yours, it actually plays for them on their speaker. So you're not sharing, you're not playing it. You can hear it yourself, but you're not playing it for everybody. Everybody hears what you're playing through their own system, if that makes sense. I think that's a really cool thing that they have in here. But basically, they have a search option that you could look through the distant stuff. Like, for instance, they have Madara's music, they have Gloomhaven music, Medieval Town, Battle of the Gods, those type of things. What you can also do is you can break it down by instrument. So if you're playing a song, you can actually break it down like you just want to hear this instrument for that. That's what you'll hear. It's kind of it gets pulled out so you hear that specific instrument. The mood, keywords that you want to look up. So the search is really robust. That's in here. And they have these how-tos for you to learn how to go through the how-to. if you ever need to know how to use it. But that is Fabler, and that's what we're going to be using today with all the stuff that's in here. Okay? All right, cool. So check it out. See if it's something that you would like for your group or for your RPG group, and see if it'll work. I think it'll be cool, but that's the music that we're going to be playing with today. So let me go over here and let's talk about War Against Dark. So now that we've gotten through that, let me switch this. War Against Darkness. And then I'll pull up that PDF. All right. So War Against Darkness. This is a solitaire dungeon delve pen and paper. It's the exact same thing as the book that I have in front of me. But like I said, hey Greg, what's going on? But like I said, I know you don't want me to just have this book open that I'm reading from and you're just sitting there watching me. Instead, you can read along. It's got kind of a breakdown on how things go through. So it's a pretty straightforward book. The art is what the art is, right? It's not about the art. It's about just kind of how this all plays out. And this is the latest, and you could find this in Drive-Thru-RPG to get the whole thing. Really good table of contents. The book is well laid out. It tells you why you want to do War Against Dark, why you should play it. You know, monster in this game, the length of the game is basically your first game will take a bit longer than an hour. After you familiarize yourself with the mechanics, a typical solo game lasts about 45 minutes. Cooperative games last longer due to the discussions among participants. So you can play more than one, but you won't. You really won't. You really, really won't. This is the other thing. Monsters roll no dice. So basically, the monsters will hit you, or you will defend against it. You're rolling dice for your party, not for the AI. The AI is just doing what comes out of. They're reacting to what you do, basically. So you're always rolling dice for yourself. There's dice codes, which everybody's seen before. A d6, right? Roll a die. d6 plus 1, roll a die and add 1. 2d6, d6 times d6, roll 2 dice and multiply the result. So a d66 is not roll a d66 dice. Roll 2 d6s, and one of them is the tens place, one of them is the ones place, basically. There is exploding die, which I love. If you roll a 6, it explodes. That means that you re-roll it again. You re-roll it again as you keep getting 6s, and it stacks up on each other for really massive damage. There is, in this game also, when you're doing tests, a 6 is an auto success and a 1 is an auto fail. It doesn't matter if you like roll a 1 but you've got a +5 to add to pass the test. A 1 is an auto fail. And the party comes up. So basically you have this party that says that you have a warrior. You get to choose. You get to choose 4. You get to choose 4 of the grouping that's here. A warrior, cleric, a rogue, a wizard, a barbarian, a dwarf, a halfling, and an elf. It kind of threw me because I'm like, elves, halfling, and dwarves can't be clerics, rogues, wizards, barbarians, or warriors? But that's how it's written. I'm not gonna argue with it. All your characters start off at level 1 when you're gonna start things off, and then it goes into the different ones. So this is where I go to the bling. If you're gonna start this game off for the first time, you're gonna get stuff like this. You know, if you're just sticking and rolling right, no bling. Canje, we don't want your bling. Your bling, we don't want it. We just want to play some damn game. Then what you'll do is you'll print out this sheet here that has the 4 characters that you're going to play. You're going to keep track of it with damn it. You're going to keep track of it with a pencil because you're going to be doing a lot of shifting. And you're going to grab this grid that's a 20 by 28 grid, right? So it's a 20 by 28 grid because you're going to be drawing the rooms that you walk through. Make sense? My bling doesn't, I won't be using this. So these are the different rooms that you could get as you go through the game. So if you're going to roll a 66, and let's say the green's the 10 and the gray is the ones place, you basically say, okay, where am I headed? So 26. So you go to 26, find that room, and draw it, and connect it to the room, the starting room that you start off on, which is a D6. And then you go through, and you're walking through the dungeon as you do that, right? Each room you have to roll to see what's in the room, and then if there's a monster in the room, you have to roll and see what type of monster that's in the room and deal with everything. So you're always rolling dice no matter what you do. So this is a heavy dice game. But these are the different rooms and corridors that your character can walk through, and you can print this off. Like I said, you'll be drawing it on your grid as you go through the game. Once the true ending of the game is once you can no longer draw any more rooms and it's full up, you face the final boss, and either you win or lose. And then you have to get out of the dungeon. So when you beat the final boss, game isn't over. You have to get out of the dungeon, and then you win. Many characters may die, but that's a risk I'm willing to take. This is the one that I will be using today, and this is our marching order. So marching order actually matters. Marching order determines who's in the front, who's in the back. The reason why this matters is because only people in the front can do melee attacks. People in the back can do range or spell attacks, right? But if you're in a corridor and you get and a wandering monster catches you by surprise, the wandering monster is going to attack the people in the back, and the people in the front can't help. So marching order matters. This is kind of like a tactic that you have to think about after you select your party of where they're going to go. For instance, if you have someone that's a ranger, someone that's a spellcaster, you don't want them in the front row because they're going to take a lot of damage, but you can put them in the back row to work stuff out. However, if you get caught by a wandering monster, they are the only ones that can deal with it, the wandering monsters. If you get into a room, it's anything goes. It's basically anybody can attack from anywhere, and that's it. It's just the marching order is only important for the purpose of walking in hallways and corridors. So like Legends of Grimrock. I've never played Legends of Grimrock, Yogi, so I'm not sure. Maybe, but that's where that matters. And this is the one that we will use today. These other ones, because of the bling, we don't need them, so we're going to put them off to the side. But we will keep this one. All right. So we're talking about our heroes. So that is these cards. These are print and plays that I printed myself and played. As you can tell, I am not the greatest board game printer, designer, whatever, but I play a pretty mean board game. But these are the characters that we get to choose from, which is a wizard, a warrior, a cleric, a rogue, a halfling, an elf, a dwarf, and a barbarian. So usually what you would do is you would roll a d8 if you want to randomize. You can pick who you want in your party. You can say, I don't want to roll for random. I'm just going to pick these people, and that's who I'm going to play with. But for me, I'm going to do both. I'm going to pick 2 myself, and then I'm going to randomize the rest, and good God, that could be the worst decision I've ever made in my life. So the 2 that I'm going to pick, I put them here on purpose because I'm going to pick the cleric and the elf. And I would love to put this under the magnifying camera so that you can see this card. I'll hold it up to this camera, but so that you can see this card with me not having to hold it up to the camera. But they printed it in green. They were like, hey, Canje, we hate you. We're going to put this in green, which will all but be obscured completely from your camera. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. So I'm going to pick the cleric and the elf as my 2. And then I'm going to roll a d6 twice to see who the others are, and then we'll show the characters. So I'm going to grab this green, and let's see. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? 1, 2, 3. We got a rogue. I did not want the rogue. And then we'll do basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if it's a 6, it'll just be wild for me to pick. 3, a barbarian. All right, so that's who we're going to be playing. The rest go away. So this is our party. A cleric, an elf, a rogue, and a barbarian. Should work out, right? Should be fine. Should be fine. Now, let's talk about these characters. Let's see. We're going to start off with the barbarian. And here it says traits. A barbarian adds his level to his attack rolls. So he's level 1, so he's going to add a +1 to every attack that he has. It's written here. It's written on the cards. It's written on these cards here for me to remember. But I just want to show y'all so you can check it out. So it says a barbarian may not use magic items, scrolls, or potions. He just does. He's like, I don't know what this thing is. I don't care. He may grudgingly accept the healing from a cleric since that's technically not magic but divine favor, and he may use holy water, but that's it. The reason why I picked cleric. Once per game, not once per turn or room or corridor, but once per game, a barbarian may perform a rage attack. During a rage attack, roll the attack die 3 times and choose the best result. If the rage attack hits a boss monster, it inflicts 2 wounds instead of 1. Barbarians cannot read and therefore cannot use scrolls or gain any benefits from books or written materials. So they can use shields and light armor. And I know you're like, oh my god, my eyes is glazing over. Don't worry, it'll all make sense and we'll have a good time. Weapons allowed. He can basically weld anything. Starting equipment. So this is what he starts with. And this is my equipment pile. So he starts with light armor, shield, and a hand weapon. You may trade in your shield and hand weapon for a 2-handed weapon or for a bow. And he starts with D6 gold. So his life is 7 plus his level. So the first level, a first level barbarian has 8 health. So so that you can see, notice it says health 8. He can only go up to max level 5. He starts at level 1. Add level to attack roll. A barbarian may use a shield and light armor and any weapon, just like you saw. And then rage 1. Roll 3 attack dice and choose the best result if that's what you're going to do. And he starts with D6 gold. It says the exact same thing on this card. So let's get his starting equipment, which is a barbarian may use a shield. His starting equipment is light armor, shield, and a hand weapon. So we'll say this is his shield, but all the shields are the same. Light armor. I passed light armor. And the hand weapon. A one-handed weapon. We give him a hand axe because that's just how he rolls. So this I can show. It's like, yeah. So a shield basically says +1 to the defense roll. This bonus does not apply when the character is fleeing from combat or when he is surprised by wandering monsters. Certain attacks from monsters will ignore the shield bonus. So when I roll a defense bonus on the barbarian, it's going to be +1. So far he's got +1 there. He also has light armor. That gives him +1 to defensive roll. And he has hand weapon. +0 to attack rolls, but it is slashing damage. And that keyword matters. So this is our barbarian's loadout. And we roll a d6 to see how much gold he gets. 4 gold. Okay. I got a lot of dice to use. So he'll have 4 gold, and we'll talk about gold loadout. Then we're gonna go to our lovely, lovely rogue. I did not want the rogue. So a rogue adds his level on rolls to disarm traps and to his defense rolls. A rogue adds his level to his attack roll, but only when attacking an outnumbered minion. Ugh. I.e., if the party is more numerous than a group of minions, then I add my level to my attack roll. Otherwise, it is what it is. Allowed armor, only light armor. Weapons allowed, only light weapons are sling. His starting equipment is a rope, lockpick, light armor, and a light hand weapon. So it's rope. I have ropes. I thought I had ropes. Trapdoor, magic, curse. Like this? Equipment. Yeah. Rope. Here's the rope. So rope. Lockpicks. Spells. Class. Magic item. I'll remember he has lockpick. Light armor. And a light weapon. So once again, another set of light armor that gives him +1 to his defense roll. That will be shared across. And a light hand weapon. That's one of these two. I'll give him this one. That sounds pretty cool. So he gets +1 defense, and his gold is 3d6 gold pieces. 3d6s. So that's 9. 9 gold. Okay. What he's going to start with. Then we have our elf. So trait, an elf adds, it says his, but it should be their, right? His or her level to attack rolls except when using two-handed weapons. An elf has +1 to their attack or spell roll when fighting orcs, including orclings and orc brutes and any other monster with the word orc in its name. The elf adds plus their level to spell casting rolls like a wizard, including to spell cast from a scroll. So we'll go through all that. Let's see. Allowed armor. Armor allowed. Shield, light weapon, heavy armor, weapons, any. Spells. An elf may cast a single spell per level per adventure. But only if they are wearing light armor and not using a shield. An elf may carry a shield strapped to their back and waste 1 attack to ready the shield so they can defend themselves, basically. But the thing that we care about is light armor, hand weapon, and a bow, and then 2d6 gold. Looks like generic D&D. Yeah, I know, right? So light armor, which we'll keep that for the elf. Hand weapon and a bow. So we're gonna get the bow. The bow is important. So bow and a light weapon. Wonder if we'll go with the shillelagh or the nunchuck. Let's go with just the light weapon. And you get 2d6 gold. 9 gold. And you will spend this gold before going into the dungeon. So that is you. We always got to go through setup. Cleric is the reason why I chose the cleric is that a cleric adds half of their level rounded down to their attack rolls. The cleric adds their full level when they attack undead creatures. Dungeon. For example, a 4th level cleric attacks at +2 or +4 versus undead. Cool. Weapons allowed. A cleric may cast the blessing spell up to 3 times an adventure. A cleric may use the healing power 3 times per game. The power allows the cleric to heal a number of hit points equal to d6 plus their level. The cleric may use healing at any moment, even during a fight, but they may not attack on the same turn in which they heal. Y'all gotta keep me honest with this. This makes me feel like the PnP and making might be a bit too much. It's not bad. It's not bad. Trust me. This is just setup. Setup is the longest thing of this game. So starting equipment, light armor, shield, hand weapon, and the cleric may trade in that to get something better. Clerics usually prefer crushing weapons. I'll give them the mace. But yep, so they'll get light armor. I'm gonna give them their hand weapon, the light armor that they have over there, which is what they're gonna carry with, and they have a starting spell. When clerics cast spells from scrolls, starting equipment, light armor spell, hand weapon, the cleric may trade in. So clerics may cast the spell Blessing. That is the one I'm looking for. So this is Blessing, and it looks a fright on this. Here we go. So it says, this removes a curse from a character. A curse is a game effect gained by stepping into a cursed room. Blessings will also remove other conditions such as being turned to stone by Medusa. That has happened to me. So blessings are important. So they get blessing, and I think they also get healing, right? It says a cleric may use the healing power 3, so they also have healing. I'm trying to rush through it to get y'all to play because I'm like, I don't want to lose you in setup. So he only has 2 gold. Okay. All right. So when we're talking about spending gold, we got our starting build out. So we've got a barbarian, we've got a rogue, we've got an elf, and we've got a cleric. So we've got a barbarian, which these minis are from Dice Throne Adventures, by the way. So we've got our barbarian, who's gonna, of course, be in the front. We've got our rogue, right? Who is our elf is gonna be in the back for sure. Our cleric's gonna be in the front, and our rogue will be in the back. So that will be our marching order through the dungeon. All right, so we'll turn this way. You will always know where we are. And we'll just do the setup here. So cleric with hand weapon, healing, blessing. Oh, they've got 2 gold. I gotta spend money. So when you start off, you could spend money to buy stuff and get strong. So if you want to do that, buying equipment. This is how much this stuff costs when you're buying equipment to start. Bandages, you can only use 1 bandage per character for the entire adventure. So like these are the things to look for. You don't arrows are considered slashing weapons, but to me, you don't have to keep it with arrows. It's just kind of known that you shoot an arrow, unlimited arrows. So we're gonna spend 5 gold each for 5 gold overall, and you get to pool money. Overall, there's 18, 19, 20, 24 gold to spend stuff on. So every character, and this is the reason why the roll and write exists, so that every character can kind of bandage plan. So that every character, so that you can write it on the sheet and not forget it. One character has to have a lantern. It's just how you light your way up. A party member must have at least 1 lantern and assign it to a character. That character must use 1 hand to carry the lantern and may not use a bow, a shield, or a 2-handed weapon. If the lantern bearer is killed, another character must pick this lantern up at the end of the current combat. This is going to go to the rogue. The rogue is going to carry the lantern. I'm also buying bandages for each one of them. So 1 lantern's 4 gold, and it's 5 gold per bandages each. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? So 20 gold. Already. 24. So out of all this, I have 18, 19, 20, 24. So I'm spending all my money. To get them. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, and 4, 24. Simple enough, right? Everybody gets a bandage. Everybody gets a lantern. You can print out multiple of these things if you want them to have it all. Have a lantern. Hey, I know what game uses that. No lanterns. No lanterns. All right, so let's get the loadout going, and then we'll get into the game. Clerics got their spells. Rogue's got the lantern and the knife and all that other good stuff. And I'll pull these back out when it comes that time. I just have them lined up here. All right, and we'll talk about their starting health. A barbarian starts off with 8. The cleric 5. The rogue 4. And the elf 5. Cool. Like I said, these will be the dice that will determine my fate. Pulling out time. Walking through a dungeon is pretty straightforward. Like I said, you would roll the dice from your starting zone. You would roll the dice, and then you just keep walking through the dungeon, going through different places. Now we're gonna do some bling out, and for to me, it's like just jumping in, and I explain as I go is probably the best way for anybody learning. Instead of rolling and drawing on a grid, I've printed out I've printed out the map tiles throughout for the entire dungeon on these. So they'll be stepping through these different rooms, and it will be completely random. So when it's time to walk to a different room, I'm just going to randomly draw a card, and that's what we're going to walk through. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. We shall see. And I'll start up foreteller in a second once we're about to start walking through stuff, so you can get audio and you can hear how that sounds. To get started, what we need to do is we need to have a quest. So on the quest deck, we're going to, instead of rolling a d6 to say which quest we get, I'm going to shuffle these and draw one. So we need a quest. Why are we going into this dungeon? Why are we here? Who are we? Why are we here? These are questions little Sebastian didn't have to answer. So we will shuffle these up. And randomly draw one. We can get other quests as we go, but this is the one that we're going with. Bring me gold! To complete the quest, the party must bring a d6 times 50 worth of treasure to this room, which is the starting room. If they already have that amount available, the amount required to complete the quest is doubled. So we have to bring d6 times 50. So we have to bring 100 gold to the main entrance. That is our quest. So that is the quest for the group. 100 gold. Oh, God. So we'll keep track of that. With one of them. Looking for the other one. Here we go. We'll keep track of that with this. So we'll set it to... So as we get gold, we'll tick that up to say what it is. Oh, thanks, D. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. So, all right, we're ready to dive into this bad boy. There's a lot to see. There's a lot to do. Setup is complete. I just need to dive into it. So that's our starting quest. 100 gold. 100 gold. All right, so we need to determine our starting room. This one I could shuffle, but I'm going to do... Basically, it says E1 through E6 on here. So we'll roll a die and see where we're going to start. 4, our entrance is going to be this room. That's where we're starting. And it says E4 on it. E is for entrance, and that is E4. So that's where we're starting. And you see the stairs at the top that's in the center? That's our starting room. So you get to put this. Usually people tell you to start at the corner, or at the bottom, or at a side or something. Because we're spreading out in any direction, I'm going to put this dead center when we walk down into here. And this is from Folklore. So this will be our party marker. So that means there's rooms to go here, 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 or here as we traverse. We do not have to roll to see what's in this starter room. I don't believe we do. Entrance rooms. Let's see, roll d6 to determine which entrance to your dungeon. Draw it at the center of the lower edge of the sheet. I'm not doing that. Then choose a door and roll a d66 to see. Yeah. So we don't look and see what's in this room because this is where we just kind of walk into the dungeon, right? So now we're set to begin our adventure, and I'm going to start foreteller or Fabler music to play through while we play. Let me know. I need you all's help. So let me know if it's too loud. It's too overpowering. I'll turn it down. I just want to make sure it's good. So let's do this. Hit play and turn it on. All right. Let me know if it's too loud. If you can't hear it at all, that type of thing. So we're going to be getting into some lovely Fabler music so you can hear it all. So once again, like I said, let me know if it's too loud. Hey, Robert, what's going on? It's been a while since I've seen you. Welcome. Pull up a chair. You know you're always welcome, man. Pull up a chair. Pull up a chair. All right, so we're gonna shuffle up the rooms. This is corridors. So we're gonna go through what the first round is, and then we're gonna start picking it up so you can kind of see stuff. Okay. I just want to give this a really good shuffle. Hey Sebastian, the name of the background app that I'm using is Fabler, and it's by the people who make Foreteller, right? The people who made Isofarian Guard, Sky Kingdom. So it's their new medium for background music, ambient music, and sound effects for it. Is it free? No, it's a subscription-based platform, so it's not free. I think they have a trial though. I think they have a trial. They have a trial. Get the trial, try it out. If you like it, use it for your D&D groups or your RPG group. And if you don't like it, okay. But I wanted to give it a try. This is the first time I'm trying it out live, so you can see if you like it or not. I put together this set of tracks, and we'll see how it plays. All right, but if it's not too loud, like I said, let me know. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna draw our first room, which is a hallway. So H26, it's a hallway. I will use it for my solo play. Awesome. That's awesome, Sebastian. Yeah, look into it. Look into it for sure. So we're in a hallway. This is where we're moving to. And I'll put this... And you could turn it when you're drawing them. If you say, oh, this is how I have to draw it. No, you can actually turn this room any way you want. It really doesn't matter as long as it connects to the room that you're coming from. So I can't put it like this because there's no connection, but I could do like that, or like that. And I think I'm gonna do this to that. Then, now here's the next part of kind of play. And like I said, we're gonna step through it carefully as we move into this room. So we move into this room. We then need to roll 2d6 to determine the room's contents. Lots of dice rolling. So we're gonna grab 2d6, add the number total, and that will be what's in the room. And let me get this part up. Room contents table. So, and just kind of if people are wondering, ask questions, quick reference sheet. I'll stick with this. So let's roll it and see what we come up with. So I got a 4 and a 3, which is 7. So then I go to this chart that says, awesome. You guys get to see a battle already. So the room contents, I roll 2d6 and add them up. I got a 7, so I have to roll on the minions table. So now I gotta fight a monster. So we go to the minions table, and I roll 1d6 to see what I'm gonna fight. And it's a minion, not a vermin. Very important. I got no. I got a 6. So I rolled a 6. So on the minions table, a 6 is I'm gonna face 2d6 fungi folk at level 3. I get treasure if I beat them. Any character taking damage from the fungi folk must save versus level 3 poison or lose 1 health. Halflings add their level on the save, and then there's this reaction. So we're gonna step through what this looks like because I'm already fighting a monster. Well, we're gonna grab the minion deck because I blinged out the heck out of this. And we're gonna find fungi folk. So that is the fungi folk. So this one, like I said, if you want to go with this, if you want to go with where it says level, thought the same thing. His 4DA game looks nothing like mine. So if you look at the fungi folk, it is a minion on the side. And if you want to play, just play with the cards, random draw, because that's why the cards were made so that you could bling them out. You could random draw them. You don't have to set those up. You don't have to roll dice. It could just all be card-based game if you want. But I'm doing a little bit of both so you can see it. My biggest thing about printing cards for rooms is it limits your repeats of the same. Yep, that is correct, Brian. You do not have to print these out at all. At all. So, but if you go with the card place, that's where the level says highest level character +2. So as you level higher and higher, they get harder and harder. But in this case, we're saying they're a level 3. The amount of them is the 2d6. They attack you for 1 damage if they hit you, and they give you 1 treasure. So it says any hero damaged by them like you see, and then their reaction set. That's what that, so that's what I'm facing. So we're fighting 2d6. Oh my gosh, already. Hey, look at that, there's 9 of them. There's 9 fungal folk in here. Damn it. So there's 9 of them that are coming to kill us. Awesome. Each one of them has 1 health. They have 1 health. That's it. So what happens is, and let's explain what combat looks like on this card. We're in a hallway, and we weren't ambushed, but we're in a hallway, which means only my front 2 people can fight them, which is the cleric and the barbarian. But the elf has a bow, and because the elf has a bow, the elf can also fight them, but the rogue cannot. The rogue is kind of, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to poke people with anything. So basically, this says that, you see where it says level, where it says that their level's level 3? That is how much damage we have to do to kill 1. So we have to roll a 3 to get it. However, there's overage. So let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk about combat. So basically, the people who are going to fight are the people with range and the people in the front, because we're in a hallway. If we were not in a hallway in a room, everybody could fight, but we're not. We're in a hallway. Yeah, the monster cards are great. They're really great, and the link to them is in the description. So in a hallway, my 2 front people get to fight, which is my barbarian and my cleric. My elf gets to fight because my elf has a bow, so my elf can shoot them as well, but my rogue cannot because it's the rogue is a melee character, and they are in the back. Okay, so combat. I have to roll, they are level 3, which means I have to roll a 3 or higher to do damage, to kill 1 of them. There are 9 of them that are coming at us in the hallway, which means it's not like the hallway's spread out that all 9 of them gets to hit us at once. Actually, 2 of them gets to hit us at once. But as soon as 1 dies, another one kind of steps over it and steps up. That's how the rule of the hallways work. 2 of them will attack us. 2 of us can attack them with range helping out. And if we roll a over a 3, right? Their level's a 3. So if we roll over a 3, its excess damage hits the other characters behind it. Alright, let's get into combat so you can see what that looks like. We'll start with our barbarian because we get the attack first. It says a barbarian may use a shield. So basically, I'm just rolling a die. Yep. So I'm gonna be rolling a d6. Fight. I don't get to add anything to my attacks, so it is what it is. Yep, it is what it is. So basically, I need to roll, I'm gonna roll a d6, and I need to roll a 3 or higher. That's it. That's it. That's the rule of combat. So if we go to, let's see. I have this thing out. Barbarians, just to make sure. Yeah, they don't get to add jack to anything. They just need to roll. They just swing and hit. And they have, his weapon has slashing. Slashing is an important keyword. Quick reference. Let's see. Barbarians. Oh no, I get to add my level to attack rolls. I get to add my level to my attack rolls. I just want to see the slashing keyword. It's gonna get good. It's gonna get good. I was like, I have to roll dice, so this is gonna go 1 of 2 ways. All right, so here we go. I rolled a 5. So with a 5, it's over a 3, and I had to add my level to my rolls as part of being a barbarian, is what it says. I went on the quick reference sheet, which is this, and it says barbarians. Plus your level to attack rolls. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. So I rolled a 5 plus my level, which is 1, which is 6. I actually killed 2 of them. Then my cleric gets to go, and my cleric has a hand weapon, and clerics have half their level to attack roll down to 1. So basically I get to add a 1 to my attack roll. Yep, so I killed 2. I killed 2 of them because I got a 6. Whoa, that's a crit! That, my friends, is a crit. You wanna know what happens when you get crits? I get to roll again, so that's 6 plus 6 plus 4, 10 plus 1, 11. I killed 3 of them because it's 3, 6, 9. So I killed 3 of them. So this goes down to 4. There's 4 of them left. Woohoo! Just like that. So then my my elf gets to shoot, and elves get it exploded. I get to add my level to my attack roll. Yep. And I get 1 spell per adventure only, so I gotta pick a spell for my elf. But I get to add my level to my attack roll, so I get to roll 2 plus 1, 3. So I kill 1, there's 3 left. Okay, there's 3 of them left. I'm doing all right. That's my attacks are done. Now we go into defending because there's 3 of them left. We're in a hallway, so 2 of them are going to get to attack us. They're going to be attacking my barbarian and my cleric. So the barbarian needs to defend, or else I'm going to take a point of damage. So my barbarian needs to defend. How do I defend? Well, I've got a shield, which is +1 to the defense roll, and I have light armor, which is +1 to my defense rolls as well. Which means that's 2. What I have to beat is a 3. So that means I just don't need to roll a 1. If I roll a 1, it's a crit fail. Like that. That is what I did not need to do. So I take 1 damage. And then the other one's going for my cleric. That is amazing. My cleric has a light armor, and I think that's all he has, so it's just +1, so I need a 2 or higher. So I got a 6, it exploded, I can roll it again, +2, so 6, 7, 8, +1, 9. I block that damage so I don't take any damage. And then we go into the next round. And that's it. That's combat. Then we just go into the next round. It's not complex. So we will... Barbarian's gonna tee it up. +1 plus their level. Yes, that's a 6. +1, 7. Ooh, that's cocked eye. I want that 6, but that's cocked eye. So 6, 7, 8, +1, 9. 3, 6, 9. They're dead. And I won. That is a round of combat. That it is not hard. The exploration is where the beauty of the game is. What was supposed to happen on the next round, because they had less characters than we did, is that they do this reactionary thing, and people are going to say you didn't do the reaction, and I want to explain why I didn't do the reaction for them. So basically, whenever monsters have less experience, have less numbers than you, they go into this thing called the reactions at the beginning of the round, where you roll a d6. You'll either, on a d6, on a 1 or 2, you could bribe them to pay them 6 gold to leave you alone, or they will fight you to the death, right? But since I'm not going to bribe them, I just stayed with fighting them. And you'll see when that comes up in another fight. But I beat them, and for that, I get 1 treasure. So let's talk about treasure. It's not wandering monsters. Windless combat and looting. Here we go. When the party defeats all monsters in a room, make a roll on the treasure table. So monsters have more treasure than others. Some monsters have more treasure than others. Some have a treasure roll modifier. For example, if the monster says treasure -1, you roll a die -1 from the table. So we're going to go to the treasure table and see what we got. Boom. The treasure table here, we roll d6. I think the creator made the art. The creator made the art in the book. The art on these cards are from somebody else. So I got a 5. A 5 says, I get 1 item of jewelry worth 3d6 times 10 gold. 3d6 times 10. I like the sound of that. So let's see what we're getting. That could help towards our goal. So 5, 8, 9, 10. I got 100 gold. I have enough money to beat the quest. Simple enough. Wow. 3d6 times 10. So that is 10 times 10, which is 100. I have 100 gold. Just like that. But the quest isn't over because truly to beat the game, you have to fight the final boss, right? But cool. Then this goes back onto the minion deck. Just like that, I got 100 gold. Mike, if you want to know kind of about these cards that I'm using for here, if you look in the description, the cards are on there. The link to the cards are on there so you can see if you want them. You can have them, print them, and send them to you, or you could print them yourselves. I printed them myself. Okay, that is what was in that room, and we're done. So we're gonna move on to our next room. Our next room is... It's a room 52, and it's just a dead end. So we'll put this one here. So we're gonna move into this room, and you should mark what you faced in the room on your grid. You should mark that. I'm just not gonna. Yeah, because they're dead. I'm not gonna. So we move into this room. Let's deal with what is in this room. Let's take a look. That is a 10. On a 10, searching room, not searching room, sorry. Room, empty rooms, table, no. Room contents. So on a 10, if corridor empty, otherwise, oh, really? Come on. Otherwise, roll on the weird monster table. Is that what it says for that? It's a room, too. This sucks. This really sucks. I'm probably gonna die before you know it. So the weird monsters are they're elite level monsters that you're gonna fight. So we're gonna have to roll a d6 to see what we're gonna fight. I rolled a 4. A 4 is that word. Catoblipus? Level 4. 4 life points. Treasure +1. All characters at the beginning of the battle must save versus a level 4 gaze attack or lose 1 life. And as a reaction, on a 1 it flees, on a 2 to 6 it fights to the death. So let's find a couple in the weird deck. Oh, blah. Here it is. What the hell is that? What the hell is this thing? That's it. A couple blah. So weird monsters, like I said, they're elite monsters, so they give a little bit more treasure. It says before battle, all characters must save verse. This says verse a level 4 in this chart because we're playing base game rules. So we need to save verse a 4. Fabulous. So I'm gonna go to my little cheat sheet and say, does any of them get helps on saves? No. This is just a straight save. So we're in a room. All characters are going to participate in this combat. I need to save on a level 4. So Barbarian, 3, loss of health. Cleric, 5, okay. Rogue, 4, made it. Elf, 3, loss of health. And then we get into it. So it's only one of them. It's only one that's in there. He has 4 health. So that means as we fight him, we need to determine, first we need to determine, yeah, I'm not going to do the reaction for him to flee. I want him dead. So we just need to hit him for 4. Well, he has 4 life, so we need to hit him 4 times. He has 4 life. We need to hit him 4 times. Okay, sir. First, the Barbarian is up. I add my level to this roll. And I gotta get a 4 or... Then we go to the Cleric. Cleric's gonna... Oh my god. The Cleric's gonna roll. That's what I'm talking about. That's a 6. 7, 8, plus 1, 9. And so I needed 4, 8, so I hit you for 2. You're down to 2 health. Then the rogue, because this character is lower in health and number than the rest of us, I actually get to add my level to this fight. Oh my gosh. The rogue. Let's do it. The elf! 3! Fabulous! Okay, so it's his turn. We get to pick at random who he's gonna hit, so we're gonna roll a d4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's gonna hit the elf. So the elf needs to roll in defense a The elf needs to roll in defense a 4 or higher. She has light armor on, which gives her +1. So I need a 3. Come on. Yes. So that's a 4. I block the damage. That's the end of the round. At the beginning of the round, we're going to do the reaction because this thing can run away. So we're going to do roll a d6. On a 1, the monster flees. On a 2 to 6, it fights to the death. It's going to fight us to the death. All right. So now, Barbarian's going to strike. Cleric. There we go. 3 plus 1 for combat 4. Hits it for 1, taking it down to 1 health. The rogue gets to add +1. You guys are enjoying this, aren't you? You're enjoying this. The elf. Okay, he is going to attack the rogue. So the rogue needs to roll a 3 or higher. Beat. Rogue's taking damage, going down to 3 health. Since he's fighting to the death, I don't need to do the reaction anymore. Barbarian. 5, thank you. +1, 6, which is enough to kill him. Alright, he's dead. But he's hurt us a little bit because I kept rolling 1s. So we get to roll on the treasure table. Remember, it says for the weird monsters. Weird monsters are equivalent to bosses. Defeating a weird monster gives 1 XP roll with the exception of the invisible gremlin. And so, but first, it says that if we beat him, is treasure +1. So we go to the treasure table. And we're going to roll a d6 and add a 1 to it. So we get a 5. Once again, item of jewelry worth 3d6 times 10 gold. So let's see how much more gold we're going to get. Holy smokes. Wow. Damn. Alright, so that's 17, so it's 170 gold. We got a lot of money. We got a lot of money. I'm trying to find my D100s. I'm trying to find my D100 dice. And here's 1. So another. So we've got 270 gold. 100. 2. I think we have enough for the quest, but we need to beat the final boss. There's 70. And we get to roll on. We get to level up somebody. Try to level up somebody. How do you level up? Leveling up. Let's see. Here we go. So basically, every time the party kills a boss, completes a quest, or survives 10 encounters with minions, not vermin, a character of your choice may attempt to level up. This is called an experience or XP roll. Roll a die. If the result is higher than the character's current level, the character gains a level. So, yay. Which means if you slay a monster as a final boss monster, you get 2 XP rolls, abilities, that blah, 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 blah. So basically, and I can only go up to level 5 on each. So we're gonna attempt to roll on the rogue because your health sucks. So I just need higher than a 1. You freaking kidding? Anyway, XP roll wasted. I rolled a nat 1. U or B. Awesome. Just awesome. Cool. Okay, now we're back to this. So we've completed this room, but it's a dead end, so we have to go back. So we go back to the hallway, and then we have to check to see if we get jumped, basically, if there's a wandering monster. So we need to roll a d6. And wandering monsters. Like I said, the rules for this game are not difficult at all. This room content, special features, tables. Hold on. I just need to find the thing on the table for the for going back to room. Running away from combat, I could do that too. Party, time limits, and you can't split the party. Retracing step. Here it is. So retracing your steps, on a 1, I get attacked by a monster if I roll a 1. Are you all entertained? So I get attacked by a wandering monster to the back of the party. Awesome. Awesome. Let's go to the wandering monster table. Awesome. This is horrible. Where's the wandering monster? Wandering monsters. So, wandering monsters. I roll a 1-2 a vermin, 3-4 a minion, 5 a weird, and 6 I get to fight a boss. Watch it be a 6. Ready? Ready for the 6? So 3. So it's another minion. So I get the roll on the minion table. I roll the 2. The 2 on here is Gerblins. I get to fight D6 plus 3 Gerblins. Level 3. Treasure -1. Goblins have 1 in 6 chance of gaining surprise. That means they get to go first. So let's get the goblins, the Gerblins, out of here. They're just regular goblins. So this is them. They have a 1 in 6 chance of gaining surprise, which means they get to go first. So I roll this die. If I get a 1, they go first. Okay, they don't go first. If they act before the party, roll on their reaction table to determine their reaction of what they're going to do. But they don't. We get the fight. There's... how many goblins are there? There are 5. 5 goblins at 1 health each. And they hit 1 damage. And if I beat them, I get to roll on the treasure table. So there are 5 of them. We're in a hallway, which means they only the back 2 can attack, which is the rogue and the elf. So the rogue, because there's more of them, the rogue doesn't get to add. It's just a regular roll, and I need to beat a 3. It explodes. Whoa, that's 11. Wow. 3, 6, 9. If I had 1 more, I would have been able to get it down. So 3, 6, 9. So I killed 3 of them with the rogue, and now it's the elf's turn. Shoot, shoot. That's a 5, almost a 6. So there is 1 left. That goblin is going to attack 1 to 2, 3 to 4 to see who he's going to hit. 1, he's going to hit the rogue, of course he is. And I need to defend. I just got to beat a 3. I did not, so I take a damage and I go down to 2. Then at the beginning of the round, reaction, let's see what he does. He rolled a 1. He flees. So if he's outnumbered, they flee. So he's gonna run away, but it still counts as defeated. I've rolled a lot of ones. I hope you enjoy this. I get to roll on the treasure table. I hope you enjoyed my sorrow. So on the treasure table, we're gonna roll a d6 and see what we get. I rolled a 2, 2d6 gold pieces. That's 7. 7 gold. Okay. And he goes back into the mini deck. Awesome. Next room. This is the game. Like I said, it's just, as you can see, it's a solitaire-based game for going through how to go through it. I bling it out, but otherwise what you do is you draw these shapes or the shapes that are in the book on here. So we're going back up. We're going up this way. So these two rooms are connected. We're going in here. It's a room. We need to roll 2d6 to see what's in the room. Room contents. Let's do it. That's 9. A 9 is, and this is a room. The room is empty. So when the room's empty, you can search the room. So in searching the room, we'll roll a d6 and see what we find. I got a 6 that says choose. You can either find a clue, a secret door, or a hidden treasure. So let me go ahead and show this so you can see what I just rolled because I ran through it really fast. Searching room. Entrance rooms, content. So I rolled a 9, which said the room was empty. When rooms are empty, you can search them. So we need to go down to the search table. Yes, this is a game full of tables that you roll on. Let's see if I can find the search table. Let's go to the quick reference. The quick reference is here for your convenience. Magic table, vermin table, minion table, random spell, hidden room. If we want to do a hidden room, we can see if we can find that. Weird monster, quest table, which we rolled again, epic rewards, hatred summary table. So there's a lot of tables as you can see, and these are the ones that you're going to use. The one that I'm looking for is this one. So this one I rolled a 9, empty, can search. So then we search. I wonder why they don't have a searching rooms. So in searching rooms, you get to choose to either. So I rolled a 6, so we can either choose to find a clue. If you get 3 clues, you get to roll to level up. You can find the secret door, which can lead to, like, I could say the secret door is here, and then draw a card that goes into the. Oh, sorry, you can't see. I could say the secret door is here. I found the secret door here, which then I could draw a card that can lead here, or I found the secret door here, which can lead to me drawing a card to a secret room up there if I want, or a hidden treasure. So secret doors, you found the secret door or passage. Draw a door on one side of the current room or corridor, and roll another random room that connects with it. So it lets you spy before stepping into the room if you want. Hidden treasures, searching your room yields a lucky, a loose brick or floorboard hides 3d6 times 3d6 gold pieces. However, there's no such thing as free lunch. Before determining the amount of gold, roll on the hidden treasure complication table, which then says bad stuff can happen. So you can find money, but you can also get attacked by a wandering monster. Or a ghost, but I have a cleric, so I can ban the ghost. Or the gold is trapped, and bad stuff happens to you if you do that. I'm actually going to go for secret door. So secret doors, I'm going to basically draw a door on the side and then roll for another random rule, and then I can spy in that room before going into it. So we're going to draw a new secret door, which will be another room. That is this. And that secret door will go here. So I've got spaces here, 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 and here that I can move. And then I'm going to spy and see what's in that room. 4. On a 4, there's a special event that's happening in that room. Oh my my gosh. Luckily, I'm spying in the room, so I don't have to go into it right now. So that is the... I need to get used to this, sorry. Random spells, encounter searching. Where's the room table? I just saw it. I just saw it. Room contents. So it says, and I rolled a 4. So on a 4, if corridor is empty, otherwise roll on the special events table. So we go to the special events table, and we see what fun we're gonna have. Or what's in this room waiting for us, because we haven't moved into it yet. I rolled a 2. There's a wandering monster in there. Wandering monster attacks the party, but it doesn't because I'm spying, right? Roll a d6. On the 1 to 3, roll on the vermin table. On a 4, minion table. On a 5, weird monster table. On a 6, a boss table. Reroll any small dragons. A boss monster met as a wandering monster has no chance of being the final boss. So there's a wandering monster in there. Which table are we rolling on? A 4, we're rolling on the minion table. So what type of minion's in there? 5. Trolls. Sweet. So... And they are level 5 trolls. Yay. Level 5 trolls, and there's D3 of them. Unless killed by a spell or unless a hero uses 1 attack to chop an already killed troll to bits, roll a d6 for every killed troll on its next turn. On a 5 or 6, the troll comes back to life and continues to fight. Yay. So I get to roll a D3 trolls. There are 2 of them. There's 2 trolls in there. We haven't gone in the room yet, so they don't get the jump on us. They're just kind of in that room. And we can go in there to fight them. And basically, I have to, every time I kill one, I have to roll, let's see. Unless killed by a spell or unless a hero uses 1 attack to chop an already killed troll to bits, roll a d6 for every troll killed on its next turn. On a 5 or 6, the troll comes back to life and continues to fight. Awesome. So let's go ahead and go in here. We're gonna fight these things. It's in our room, so everybody gets to participate. The barbarian is gonna try. That's what I'm talking about. Crit. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9 of a 4, which now we just need to try to see if we can, we each need to roll to chop them to bits now, because we've killed them. So let's try to chop them to bits. The cleric's gonna try. I need a... If I roll a 5 or a 6, the troll comes back to life. So, here's my action. No 5 or 6. Cool. That's fine with me. Because this is as an action. Roll a d6 for every killed troll. On a 5 or 6, the troll comes back to life and continues to fight. So I didn't roll that. You're chopped to bits. The second troll. So there's just 1 left. I hate you. It comes back to life. So then the elf is going to try to kill it. Come on. 4, 5, which kills it, but it's not dead. It's its turn. Does it come back to... it comes back to life. Because it says... unless killed by a spell or unless a hero uses 1 attack to chop an already killed troll to bits, roll a d6 for every killed troll on its next turn. It doesn't come back to life. Cool. It dies. We won. Roll d6 on treasure table. I got a 5. I think I keep rolling 5s on this treasure table. Yep. I keep rolling 5s on this treasure table, which gives me like 3d6 times 10 gold. 8, 9. 90 gold. Awesome. So, money. I got money. I got lots and lots of money. Okay. They have been beaten. I rolled on the treasure table. They're dead. Next up is this room. This room. Let's see what's in the room. 8. 8 is... Why do I keep running into monsters? 8 is minions. So on an 8, roll d6 on the minion table. I'm fighting orcs. Ooh, somebody doesn't like orcs. Elves. My elf doesn't like orcs. These are level 4. These are level 4 orcs. And it's to determine it's a d6 plus 1 to say how many are in here. So 5. Cool. I don't bargain, so I'm going to fight. And I probably need to put bandages on the road because he's about to die. So, but I gotta fight. So orcs must test morale each time one or more is defeated by a spell. If a spell causes their number to drop below 50%, they test morale -1. They never have magic items in their treasure. Treat any rolled magic items as a d6 times a d6 gold instead. Okay. So barbarian got a 5 plus 1, 6. I needed to beat a 4, so I killed 1. Not by a spell. Cleric, the elf hates trolls. Cleric, I mean orcs, not trolls, sorry, orc. 3 plus 1 for the attack, 4. Will hit 1. Taking it 3. The rogue, because they are less than us, the rogue can now add his level to the attack. Crit. So 6, 7, 8, which is 2 of these, knocking it down to 1. And then the elf, for all the hatred that she can muster. Elves. Add +1 when attacking or casting spells against orcs. That's 4 plus 1 plus 1, that's 6, is enough to kill. Pretty good. Like I said, it's not complicated. Treasure, so we get to roll 1 treasure on the treasure table. Luckily, we're running into minions. If we ever run into vermin, we don't get to roll on the treasure table. Watch, I roll a 5. Ready? That's a 1. D6 gold. 3 gold. Cool. I have a ridiculous amount of money. Okay, that was we were in this room when that happened. Alright, cool. This is the game. There's nothing grandiose to it. That's there. 6. Vermin. You finally get to see some vermin. So roll on the vermin table. What are we facing off against? 4. We're fighting D6 giant centipedes. Level 3s. Any character wounded by a centipede must save versus level 2 poison or lose 1 additional life. Yikes. Okay, so we're going to the vermin. Vermin basically don't give you treasure. Giant centipede. And they are level 3. So there's D6 of them, no treasure for them, and if we get hit, terrible things happen. How many are there? There's only 1 of them. Cool. Alright, so here we go. Oh, I got a picture. And I needed they're level 3, so I needed a 3. So that is 2 plus 1, 3. So I've killed 2 vermin. No, I've killed 3 minions actually so far. So I get to actually level up an orc, a troll, goblin, and fungal folk. I've killed 4 of them. So I've killed 4 minions. I should be able to level up now. Leveling up. How many minions do I kill to level up? 10. I gotta kill 10 of them. 10 of them to do it. I've seen those in the pet store. Alright, so that was us in this room. We don't get anything for it. We just beat them, which is fantastic. All right. We don't get level up yet, but I am going to... I think I get to use healing. Heal a number of life points equal to d6 plus the cleric. This cleric may use this spell at any moment, even during fight, but may not attack in turn. The cleric may use this on themselves, but I want to see how much times I can use this in this encounter. Healing. A cleric may use the healing power 3 times per game. 3 times. So I'm going to use the healing power on the rogue. No, not really. I'm going to use a bandage on the rogue. So we're going to use the rogue's bandage to just get 1 health. You were just at 4. I got rid of yours. Okay. So you're 1 away from full health. You'll be fine. All right, we got to backtrack. So we're backtracking. Let's see if... don't roll a 1. Don't roll a 1. We're going to be fighting a minion. Do you count the number actually encountered or just the number of groups encountered to level up? The number is actually encountered. The number of groups that you encounter, should I say? Let me say that. The number of groups. So if I encounter 10 groups, I believe. Let me read that again. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong, Tiny. Let me see. Leveling up. And let's pull it up together, but I could be wrong. So it says, every time the party kills a boss, completes a quest, or survives 10 encounters with minions. So that means the grouping. So I need to, if I encounter 10 minions, I then get a chance to level up. 10 encounters with minions. And this is going to be my 5th. So I'm rolling on the minion table. Gonna be my 5th. Yay! So let's see what we're fighting. 2 Gerblins. We're fighting some more Gerblins. Orcs, trolls, goblins. And they have a 1 in 6 chance of getting surprise. They do not. There are 4 of them. Let's dance. I see you're... I know, right? All the ones! Barbarian. They're level what? They're level 3. They're level 3. So 2 plus 1, 3. I only hit 1. Cleric. I only hit 1. Rogue, because they're less than us now, I get to add my 3, 4. And they are level 3, so I just hit 1. Bring it on home, Elf. Bring it on home. Ugh. Oh my gosh. That's a 4. That flew right out of my hand. Plus 1, 5, which kills. Roll on treasure table. If it's a 5, I'm not taking any gold if it's a 5. That's ridiculous. On the treasure table, it's a 3. A 3 is a scroll with a random spell. So we go on the random scroll table. You guys actually see me get a scroll. Special treasure, magic treasure, vermin boss, weird quest, epic rewards. Go to quick reference. The scroll with a random spell on it. Where's the spell? Random spell, there it is. So I'll roll a d6 and see which random spell I get. I roll a 4. My random spell is sleep. So I go to my spells and I get the sleep spell. The sleep spell works like an attack roll. It does not affect undead or dragons. The wizard adds his level to the roll. I don't know why they have wizard on there, because elves can use it too. Adds their level to the roll. Sleep will defeat 1 boss or a d6 plus your level minions if it hits. Monsters put the sleep count as slain. So this is going to Yon Elf, who can cast spells. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to use it without the wizard. The wizard's not the only one who can do it. All right. We're gonna go back again, please, for the love. Oh, I was supposed to roll. That was the. Yeah, that was the treasure table. I was supposed to. Now, please don't roll a 1. I hate you, game. I hate you. I hate you so much. All right, so we're rolling on the boss table. No dragons. Ugh. F my life. So let's see what we're rolling on the boss table. That would have been a dragon, but it says no dragon, so I gotta reroll. 3. 3 is an ogre. Level 5, 6 life, normal treasure. Each hit from an ogre inflicts 2 life points of damage. Yay. Yay. Ogre, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yay. The ogre has 6 life. He's level 5. He has 6 life points, so that means I have to roll a 5 or higher. That means I have to roll a 5 or higher. He has 6 health. God. He has a 3 and 6. No, he doesn't. Does he? No, he doesn't. Trying to mess with me. Oh my gosh, that would be horrible. At least I know Canje will play my game at least once. So this is the ogre. He has 6 health. He's level 5, so I have to have a 5 or higher, which means I need to roll with all of them. I need to roll a 4 or higher. Jeez. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna roll this die instead. No. Yeah, I'll roll this die instead. Okay. Oh god. Alright. So I need a 4 or higher, please. Please. Claire. Thank you. You hit him for 1. Rogue. Crit! Thank you, Rogue. Thank you. 9 plus 1, 10. Which I hit you for 2 then, right? Yes, I hit you for 2, so you go down to 3. I could try to put him to sleep. I could try to put him to sleep, but I'm not. Let's try it again. Come on, elf. Crit! 5 plus 1, so I hit him down to 2 health. His turn. Okay. We'll use the green die for him. Actually, we'll use the monster health die for him. Who's he going to strike at? He's striking at the cleric. The cleric has light armor, so he has +1 to defense. So I need a 4. So I get hit for 2, knocked down to 2 health. At the beginning of the round, let's see the reaction from the monster. He rolls a 4. I can bribe him if I want. No, sir. No. We're fighting this out. Barbarian. Yes. 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 Oh, 14. You're dead. Oh my word! He packs a wallop. So his treasure is normal treasure roll. Plus, because he's a boss, we get to try to level up. So normal treasure roll, which is a 3. I'm so scared. A scroll with a random spell. So we get another magic spell. What magic spell are we getting? A 4, which is another sleep spell. So we've got 2 sleep spells that we can use. Okay, sleep spell. Let me put a 2 on that. So I know I have 2 sleep spells. Put that over there. Then we get to see who we're going to level up. Alright, and let's get some stuff in here to kind of set the... They're all level 1. We're going with the Barbarian. So the Barbarian, I just need to roll anything but a 1. That's enough. I level up. So I go to level 2. So now when I get to add my level to my attacks, it's going to be, instead of 1, it'll be 2 that I get to add. So I leveled up to 2. Just makes me a little stronger. Little bit stronger. Yeah, I think that's pretty... Yep, that's pretty much it. That's all that happened. I get to add to my attack, so I'm getting a little bit stronger. Okay. Cool. Now we're gonna go this way. Put this here. I don't want to go up any higher. Let's see what's in the room. Can it be something fun? An 8. Minions! Yay! This is insane! I'm rolling so much on the minion table. What am I fighting? A 1 for the minion. Minion table. We're fighting skeletons or zombies. So basically it'll be 1, 2, or 3 is skeletons, 4, 5, and 6 are zombies. So we're fighting skeletons. Skeletons don't bother me that much. They don't bother me much. Skeleton, not skeleton soldier. Yeah. Skeletons. There are D6 plus 2 skeletons. They're level 3. Crushing weapons attack skeletons, add +1. Arrows are at a -1 against both skeletons and zombies. Skeletons and zombies never test morale. They always fight you to the death. So it's going to be a D6 plus 2. I rolled a 1. So there are 3 of them. Low rolls work sometimes. So the Barbarian's going to go first. He has a slashing weapon, not a crushing weapon. So therefore it's just whatever he rolls plus his attack plus 2. 4 plus 2, 6. They are level 3, so I killed 2 of them, taking them down to 1. Just like that. Then the Cleric, who loves fighting against skeletons, gets a, let's see, he gets his full level, so it's still level 1. So 4 plus 1, 5, which is enough to kill. Okay, there is no treasure for fighting skeletons, but they were minions. And I think if our count is correct, let's take a look at who we fought. We fought 2 goblins, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we fought 6 groups so far. And you keep track of this stuff. Actually, let me get a die to keep track of how much we fought. Just so we don't lose that in terms of minions. I use this one. We fought 6 so far. We fought 6 so far. Okay. Well, no, we leveled up for him, so 6 so far. Okay. So, and we were in this room when that happened. No treasure for that. We move on to our next room. Weird ziggy-zaggy room. Ziggy Zaggy Ziggy. Ziggy Zaggy. We do like this. I'm gonna do it like that because that room can be weird. So we'll do that. It's a hallway. What's in the hallway? 10. What's in the hallway? It's empty. We can search the hallway. Let's do it. 1. What do you think 1 is? I want you to guess what do you think 1 is. Matter of fact, let me go and show you. Are you freaking kidding me? Why? Oh my gosh. So here's the chart. So I drew a card instead of rolling 2d6s, but then I roll 2d6 to say what's in there. Oh, it's a room content, so I'm supposed to roll 2d6, not 1d6, sorry. 4. So it's 4. The room is, oh, that's right, I did do that. Sorry. I rolled 2d6, it got me to an empty room, I can search it. Cool, I searched it, I rolled a 1. Searching rooms. Let's go to searching rooms so you can see what the 1 was that I got for that. Where's the searching room? Searching rooms. I rolled a 1. Thanks for the links for the monster room cards. What about those class weapon armor and all those other cards? Where are those? Those are in the Joe, those are in the description as well. All of everything that I've got here, everything is in the description. All that stuff is there for you to look at. If you want so I rolled a wandering monster. Fabulous. Let's see what type of wandering monster it's going to be. It's a 3. 3s are minions. Lots of minions today. So let's go to the minion table. Oh my gosh. 4. Orcs. Fabulous. Just fabulous. And how many orcs are there on that lovely, lovely... I rolled a 4 orcs. 1d6 plus 1 orc. So 4. 4 of them. We're not using any spells because I don't want them to flee. We want experience and stuff. I actually want new items. There's actually curses that I can guess, which is bad. So we're going to go ahead. Barbarians going all in. These are level 4 orcs. Cleric. What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? Rogue doesn't get to add +1. It is just what it is. I hit 1. Oh, this is gonna chafe. The elf doesn't like orcs. The elf doesn't like orcs. The elf does not like orcs. I know this. The elf gets +1, so +2 versus orc. 5, 6, 7. 1 shy of being able to kill 2. Actually, no, they're level. Sorry, the orcs are 3, level 3, right? Orcs are level 4. Yep, 1 shy. So 2. Okay, who are y'all gonna attack? The cleric. The cleric needs to roll to save. Just over 3. 3 or more. 3 or more. I give up. The next one. Who are you gonna attack? This is in a. Oh, this is in a hallway. This is in a hallway, actually. I did that wrong. This was in a hallway. I didn't move my character. So the first one would have been, I'll say it'll be the rogue going down to 2, because it's a wandering monster in ambush. The second one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Going for blood. Defend. Good sir. You defended, you only took 1 damage. Okay. The cleric and the barbarian shouldn't have fought anyway, so the ones were apt. This should just be the that we're in a hallway. This should just be the rogue and the elf. Actually, no, that's a lie. This is a search of the room. It should have just been the barbarian and the cleric. The rogue should not have been able to hit. The elf did hit, so the rogue, instead of 2, there should be 3 left. Sorry, I screwed that up. The rogue should not have been able to fight, so it should have been miss, miss, hit. Which should have taken it down to 4, not 5. There we go. Barbarian's turn, and they wouldn't have hit him because we're in there. They would have hit you, as they should have, taking you down to that much. Okay. I screwed it up. Sorry. I rolled it back. We're good. Barbarian, Y. Cleric. 4 + 1, 5. 3. Okay. Their turn. They're going to attack either the barbarian or the cleric. They're going to attack cleric. Cleric takes a damage. Next one. They're going to attack the cleric. Oh no. Oh no. The cleric goes down to 1 health. Alright, then at top of round, because they have less than our party, let's see what they do. They do a 5, which is, they fight. They continue to fight. Okay, well, the cleric, heal a number, the cleric's gonna use healing, because that sucks. But the barbarian's gonna swing away first. What is happening? What is happening right now? The cleric's gonna use healing, because I can use that during combat. I just heal for 2. That go to 3. I can only use the spell 2 more times. Wow. Here they come. Who are they going to attack? 1, 2, 3, 4. The cleric. I'm going to not use that die. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Oh, the other one. They're going to attack the barbarian. Thank you. Jeez. And he blocks successfully. Okay. Cool. Barbarian. 2 + 2, 4, which is enough. Cleric. I think we need to use another healing. 3 + 1 plus your level. That's 4. So I go back up to full health. Jeez. I have 1 more healing and then it's gone for the rest of the game. Alright, so barbarian. 4, 5, 6. Enough. Cleric. 3 + 1, 4. That is enough. Oh my gosh. What the heck was that? A 1, more money on the treasure table. It's supposed to be D6 gold. So 3 more gold, putting me at 6 gold. Packs laden with loot. Often low on supplies. That was an awful thing that happened, but that put me at 7. Okay, let's continue on. We'll say these 2 connected. Let's see what's in this room. 7. Minion. 1. We're fighting a lot of enemies on here. I'm gonna say we're gonna fight the final boss in a second, because you got the gist of the game. So skeletons or zombies? Skeletons. How many? 5. They're immune to sleep and poison, but I don't care. We're in a room this time, folks. So here we go. Barb. And they are level 3 skeleton. So 3, 5, 4. You get +1, so it's actually going to be the full level, so just +1. So it's 5 +1 for undead, 6. 2. That's 2. Rogue, because there's less of them than you, get to add your level. 2, 3. They're level 3. Then the elf. 2 + 1, 3. Dead. They don't give you any treasure, so we fought 8. As you can see, you will fight them all fairly quickly. Hey Adam, what's going on? Alright. So, you've got the gist of it. You see me walking through this. I want to talk about so much more. But let's go into a final boss fight. Usually you're supposed to walk all through here until you fill up your entire grid. But you got the hang of it. So this is kind of apt. We'll go into this final room and we're gonna see what boss we're gonna fight as the final boss. So actually, because I'm picking, it's either gonna be yeah, 4 against darkness is great. So this is the final boss one. You saw me fight an ogre, but I want you all to see me either fight 4, 5, or 6. So let's hope for that. Let's hope for what we get. 4, 5, or 6. 5. Hey, a Chaos Lord. We're gonna fight a Chaos Lord for our final boss. Like I said, you play, and I'll talk to you about why I decided this in a second. But you can play as long as you want, as short as you want, or until it fills up. Chaos Lord, level 6, 4 health, 3 attacks, 2 treasure rolls at +1. Before the fight begins, roll a d6 to determine if the Chaos Lord has any special power. Cool. What can you do, buddy? I rolled a 2. 1 to 3, you have no special powers. Okay. Otherwise, it would have been awful. When you kill a Chaos Lord, roll a die. On a 5 or 6, a character of your choice finds a clue. And the Chaos Lord will flee. But we're going to fight him and see how it works out. I'm going to keep him right here on the side because we're in the final room so you can see his stats. Alright. So, here we go against the Chaos Lord. Ooh, barf. Okay, he has 4 health. I gotta hold. He's got 4 health. He has no special ability. 4 health. He is a level 6. So I need to roll a 6 or higher to even hit him. This is why you're supposed to keep playing and level up your characters so you can at least have a shot in hell. Here we go. Barbarian. 4, 4, 5, 6. That's 1 hit. Boom. The cleric. That's just my life. The rogue, because he's less, I get to add +1. Doesn't matter. The elf? That's 4 + 1, 5. No good. So, his turn. He gets 3 attacks. He's hitting the barbarian. The barbarian needs to defend against the beat a 6. He's got 1, 2. So he needs to roll a 4. That's not it. So barbarian takes a hit. He's then going to attack the barbarian again. Nope. He's then going to attack the cleric. The cleric needs not that. So that's a 4. Okay. He's less than us, so let's see what his reaction is. He's gonna flee if outnumbered, but we'll say he's a boss. He's not gonna run, but he can like run throughout the dungeon and avoid us. And when we backtrack, we got to roll for wandering monsters that we could fight with him. So we'll just say we're sticking to the fight to the death. Because I think final bosses fight to the death. I don't think they flee. Final boss. Unless you're playing a ready-to-run dungeon, your default mission is to slay the dungeon's final boss. Each time you meet a boss monster, roll a d6, add +1 for every boss monster that you have already encountered in this game. If you roll a 6 or better, you meet the final boss. So this is if you need to, but remember I skipped ahead. I believe final bosses don't flee. The final boss has 1 additional life and 1 additional attack, and will automatically fight to the death. There it is. So actually, your health is 1 + 1, and you have 1 additional attack. Who are you hitting? You're hitting the elf. The elf blocked it. Okay, cool. So we fixed that. So now it's our turn, and you will fight to the death. So here we go. Barbarian. Cleric. Rogue. And elf. His turn. First attack. Against the elf. She has 4 + 1, 5. It's not enough. You're going to take a damage. His next one is, and I'll just roll them both together. The cleric. Cleric rolled a 4 + 1, 5. It's not enough. And his third. Barbarian rolled a 3. Takes the damage. And his fourth. The elf. Nope. Goes down to 2. Okay, here we go. Sleep can work on a boss if I can hit him. So I'm actually gonna... If I can sleep him, I can beat him. It just doesn't... It says this spell, it does not have an effect upon undead or dragon. And a Chaos Lord is not undead. So if things get hairy, I'm gonna put him to sleep. Here we go, Barbarian. 4, 5, 6. It's enough. Go down to 3. Cleric, come on, Cleric. Come on, Cleric. Cleric is going to use Final Healing, which is 4, 5, taking the elf back up to full health. And healing is done. Rogue. Rogue, need you, man. Yes! Yes, crit! Come on, Rogue. Come on, Rogue. That is 11 + 1, 12. That's a 2-hitter. That's a 2-hitter quitter for the Rogue. And then we get into the elf. 5 + 1, 6. We beat him. Oh my gosh. Oh, we beat him. It says, when you kill a Chaos Lord, roll a d6. On a 5 or 6, you gain a clue. So we gain a clue, and we beat him to roll twice on the treasure table. And we beat him. My god. So we won. That was hard. But as you level your characters, remember, I got to add a +2. So if I would have kept going through the dungeon, through the card decks, where there are many other rooms available for you to do. Many other rooms for you to do. You can go through and just, like, encounter stuff and level. But I beat him. That is not the end of the game. So he's beaten. I got treasure. We'll determine that in a second. Now I have to get back to the entrance to beat the game. So I come here. Don't roll a 1. I come here. Don't roll a 1. I come here, please. Ah, damn it. Wandering monster. A 5. It's a weird monster. What weird monster are we fighting? Giant spider. Who has level 5, 3 life, 2 attacks. There are a lot of monsters in this game for you to fight. Characters wounded by the spider will lose an additional point of health. He has 3 health and 2 attack. And he goes first because he surprised us. We're in a room, so we all get to fight. He's gonna do 2 attacks. First attack is to the rogue, who takes a damage and then must roll a 3 or higher. Cool. So he's not poisoned, but he does take 1 damage. And then he's gonna attack the rogue, who blocks. Now it's our turn. Good sir. Barbarian. 5, 6, 7. And you are level 5, so 1 damage. I should have raged. I should have just raged. I'll rage next time. 2, miss. 5 plus 1, 6, which is enough to hit you for 1. And then let's get the elf to close the deal. No, it's not. So, you're gonna attack. Oop, that's a 3. That's on the rogue. 4, blocked it, and then attack again. 3 on the rogue again, but the rogue blocks it. Alright. I would like... No, not yet. There's just 1 thing to hit. So, roll that. 3, 4, 5. That's enough. You're dead. So, you die. We would roll 2 on the treasure, but like I said, I'm breezing through this now to get back to the end. So we go here. 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 And finally here. Dang it! Dang it, dang it, dang it. Alright, so what are we fighting? We're fighting a boss! This is amazing! We're fighting a boss at the end. What are we fighting? An orc brute. An orc brute. Oh my gosh. A boss was waiting for us at the stairs. They won't let me leave! So, 5 health, level 5, 2 attacks. Hey, what's up, Brian? What's up? 5 health, level 5, 2 attacks. So he has 5 health, and he ambushes us first. 2 attacks. First attack is going to be on the barbarian, who is 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're level 5. I take a hit. Let's put this bastard to sleep, shall we? So, and then you get another attack. Gonna be on the rogue. That's a 4 plus 1, 5. I blocked it. Alright, my turn. Barbarian first. I need to roll a 5. Yeah, a 5. A 5 or higher. It just hurts. This just hurts. This really, really hurts. It's like the rogue is the only one who can hit something. And then we're gonna use the sleep spell from the elf, which can put one boss to sleep. This spell works like an attack roll. It does not affect undead or dragons. So the character adds their level to the roll. So level 1, I need a 4 or higher. Yes! Yes! That's a 6. And I use the sleep spell, and you go to sleep, and you are defeated. And then I get the heck out of the dungeon. Then I get the heck out of the dungeon. And that's it. That is pretty much it. So for our quest, it was to bring 100 gold out, so we completed our quest. We beat the final boss dungeon. And yeah, because it was 2, so it was 100 gold. So basically, we give 100 gold, we complete our quest, which means we get to level up a character, and then we move on. So, 50% chance of dying, but instead you put him to sleep. You're right. You're right. I put him to sleep, and I put a sword through his brain. So, we got through it. I know usually someone will say, well, you're supposed to go through the entire thing, but I just wanted to give you all the taste of 4 Against Darkness, right? And just keep in mind, that there are these modules. I know the green kind of went out in terms of, hey, well, that's just mindlessly wandering. We build our own story. We want a story. There are these modules here that are linked in the description below on drive-through cards. Drive-through RPG cards, I think is what it's called. But you could get these printed and sent, or you could just get the PDFs and print them yourself if the cost is too expensive. The PDFs are super, super cheap. So get them and print them yourself. And these are standalone expansions. Not expansions, stories that you can play. You can either play them as part of an epic campaign, or you can play them standalone. So if you do the Stump of Elemental Evil, you play this with level 1 characters, right? And then you're like, okay, well, I want to take those characters into another. You can. You take those characters right into the next story. You cannot, once any character exceeds level 5, like hits level 5, their max, they can't go into these because these are for level 1 or 2 to 4, right? So that's what... So these are adventures. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 adventures that you can get. These adventures talk about, and I'll put this up here so you can see it. So it says special rules. So the mission that you have to do, that's the mission. The tentacle worm that you have to, so you have to slay the tentacle worm. This is the tentacle worm that you have to deal with. Low ceiling stuff happen, narrow corridors. Heroes can only move through them 1 at a time. So instead of 2, it's only 1 person fighting during that what's going on. There is, here we go. So on the back it kind of says, play just like a regular 4 against Darkness dungeon. Instead of rolling on tables, draw cards using the contents in the appropriate text boxes. E.g. draw a card and then determine the shape of the room, then draw another card. So what you do with these is you would basically get these, flip these over, shuffle them up, right? And then you're saying, okay, I want to see what the shape of the room is. Well, you flip this over, and that's the shape of the room, right there. So then what you do is you put that back in here after you draw it, shuffle it up. What's in the room? Okay, well, I flip the next card over. Well, what's in the room, it's a room, so what's in the room is a treasure. Okay, cool. Then I flip this, then I shuffle them up, and I draw. What treasure's in the room? 96 gold. And you just... I'll find him, Joe. Give me 1 sec. I'll find him and show you. So, that's how you get through this. And you keep doing that until you find the tentacle worm, and fight it and beat it. And that is the Stump of Elemental Evil card. Yeah. So it's that type of thing where it's that you play through the story and you keep shuffling these sets to go through. You use the rules, but these are your maps. This is your map. This is your rooms. This is your corridors. This is your treasures. And you face monsters like you would in the book. So if I were to play, and I probably might, and you all let me know if you're interested in actually seeing one of these played. And instead of going through this deck, I will go through this. And then we can, basically, it's this using the monster cards up top. That's it. And your party. And you go through stuff. And I'll play it like you would, if you're interested in seeing this, it'll all depend on comments, likes, all that other stuff. If you're interested in seeing this, I'll play through one of these. I will use the grid, so you can see us walk through with the grid playthrough instead of us using the bling. I'll walk through with the grid, and the only bling I will use is this deck and these monster decks. Everything else will be on a sheet of paper. The map will be the grid. I'll pull up the grid and I'll draw with that, all that other good stuff. It'll just be this, that, and then dice. Okay? So just to give you kind of a sense of what this looks like. I enjoy this game. You can do multiple things with this game. You can say, I just want to play a quick game on my lunch break. I've got a grid sheet of paper. And just to remind you, the game is just played on these 2 things. If you're going to play the grid and your character board. So if you're like, hey, you're at lunch and you just want to play a quick game, grab those 2, print this out for reference, grab 2d6 and a pencil, and that's it. That's it. You roll these two to determine what happens here, who you fight. You check the stuff. These are all the printouts, and then the book, and you're good. You got everything you need, and you just play through an adventure. If, for instance, you're like, okay, well, I've played these, and I want more. There is the Cave of the Cobalt Slave Masters for levels 1 to 2, the Dark Waters for level 1 to 2, and the 3 Rings for level 3 to 4. And let's go on a little adventure. Sounds like a Patreon poll. I'm going to put it out to anybody. I'll put it as a Patreon poll if you're interested, or anyone else who's also interested in kind of checking this out. But let's take a look at... You want to see where I got the stuff from. Cool. No problem, no problem. Let me go to... saying I'm live now. If I play this, let me cut the music. Cut the music! And let's go to... this. Yeah, yeah, what's the small box game called? I'll go here and which one are you're looking for? The monster cards, right? Okay, yep, let me find those. These cards are what you're looking for. That is or against. Let me find it real quick. Darkness. Oh, I remember where I got those from. I remember where I got those. I remember where I got these cards from. That's why I didn't have them in the description, Joe. These cards came from. Funny enough, I will show you. I had to be a little bit inventive with them. I had to be a little bit inventive, but I'll show you. I'll show you where I got them from. It's funny. It's going to be real funny. I remember I was like, hey, I'm looking for these. Oh, look, I found them. Here they are. Here they are. Okay, so I'm about to pull this up so you can see where I got this from. I got it from here. So basically, what I did in Tabletop Simulator, someone has created in the workshop a 4 Against Darkness entire card set, entire items, class cards, everything. They've done it all. If you own Tabletop Simulator, if you own it, and if you don't, I can probably put a Dropbox link on there, but it'll be short-lived. It'll probably live there for like a week, and then it'll go away. But just for your reference, go on Tabletop Simulator, subscribe to get this, and then go into that game so it downloads on your computer. From that point, all you have to do is go to I'm going to tell you right now. Sorry, I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it. Board gaming. Nope. I got a bunch of. I have a link there because I always forget where it is. It's in your My Documents, Tabletop Simulator, My Documents, My Games, Tabletop Simulator save folder. That's where it is. I had to go find it. D&D Card Master. I know it's in your My Documents, My Games, Tabletop Simulator saves folder. If you go in there, you'll see a thing that just says like images. Go to that. It's in there. Like once you grab that mod, you just have to open it once. Once. You shouldn't shoot me, Johnny, but once. And then you close it forever. You never have to deal with it again. Go into that folder location in My Documents, My Games, Tabletop Simulator saves, and all of them are in there, and just grab them out and print them out. That's what I did. D&D Card Master. Is that it? Yeah, but that's where I got them from. Complex mazes. Yeah, so but that's where I got them from, so that you can download these from there if you want to get them. If you want to know how much content is in the 4 Against Darkness world, and let me hit side cam so you don't see that blur. So we'll do 4 Against Darkness. If you want to know how much content, I'm actually going to just go to straight up Amazon. 4 Against Darkness. How much content? There is the book. There is Twisted Horde. There is Court of the Pixie King. Zealous. All these books are 4 Against Darkness adventures. All these books. Dark Waters. Twisted Final Fates. The Lantern. The Bone Cult. All these books. If you want the hardcover books, these are all 4 Against. There's 4 Against Titans where it's like a Greek theme. There's also, let's see, 4 Against Mars, which is sci-fi themed. It's just, there's just a ton of them. And if you go to drive-through RPG, they want me to log in. Hold on, let me log in. Excuse me. I hate drive-through RPG that they don't let you kind of, you know, come to that on your own. Drive-through RPG. And let me log in real quick. Four Against Darkness. I can't be seeing all my stuff. Okay, so let me get this set up. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. I had to do a lot of kind of, you know, snooping work to be able to make it work. So in drive-through RPG, if you want just the PDFs and you're like, I don't want to pay $11 for this game, look at this. 4 Against the Darkness, the PDF is $8 instead of what you need. There is the player sheets. Here we go. 4 Against Ragnarok, if you want to go Viking theme, $8 PDF. 4 Against Mars. 4 Against the Great Old Ones with a Cthulhu theme. There's the Stump of Evil. For the PDFs for this is $4.50. Then here are the other 4 Against games. All of them are here for just the PDFs so you can play through them, right? So they're all here. They're all here. Even if you want to get the STLs to 3D print the minis for the different characters, the Cleric, the Dwarf, the Wizard, the Barbarian, there's the PDFs, and it says pay what you want. So you can pay $1 and get the STL if you want. But pay more because, you know, they deserve a little bit. Random room generators for your game. Like, the game has gotten a lot of love. There's a lot of 4 Against stuff. So many stuff. But this is the base book that's on here that you get. So just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. There's 4 Against Dungeons and Dragons, and this is free. So have you ever wanted to play Dungeons and Dragons solo? 4 Against the Darkness. So it's all there. It's all well maintained, and I think this says that it's done by Ganesha Games. So this is all their 4 Against Darkness stuff is here for you to get, right? So there's tons of content for you to play. It's solo. It's meant to be played solo. So this is a solo person's paradise, basically. And you get it for a pretty sweet deal. There are different genres, all these different things that are on here for you to go through. If you want the cards, you have to go to drive-through cards. I'll log it there. Then we'll do 4 Against Darkness. And here are the cards. These are the ones that I just showed you. Stump of Evil, Silent Mill, all of them. There's special boss cards that you can buy if you want. This is the monster deck. For the monster deck that y'all saw me with, that's this Monster Deck 1, and there's Monster Deck 2. That is what these are. Monster Deck 1 and Monster Deck 2. That's the PDFs with all of them that you can print yourself, which I did. There's a Ravagers of Ruin. There's a bestiary bundle that you can get. inside here that comes with more monsters to fight plus a Ravagers of Ruin PDF for you to go through. There is, and like I said, you saw the monster decks that are on here. So there are all the cards that you saw. There it is, right there, for you to just get, print out, and use. If you want the hero cards instead of doing the printouts like I have here, where mine are kind of campy, they have pre-heroes that you can print out, and it comes with an STL file. So if you pay, the PDF is 50 cents. It's 50 cents. If you want the card printed, it's 50 cents. So, plus shipping for cards if you want it printed. But the PDF, if you want to print it out yourself, it's 50 cents for this card. This is the hero card that you get. It's the hero, and it comes with this pre-made hero. It comes with the barbarian that you see with the STL that you can grab. This is the wizard that you can use. Here is, I don't know who you are. Who are you? The warrior, possibly? Possibly the warrior. So, different cards, all this stuff's available for you to do it yourself. After sleeves, printing, etc., how much would you say this costs you, Canje? Curious for selfish or personal reasons. Let's say I didn't buy this. Let's say I didn't buy this. I just got this book. This book was 14 bucks. I printed these out on my own printer. So this was the cost of paper. And I printed these out for the cost of paper on my own printer. I printed those out on my own printer. So all these are my own. So I say the paper was cardstock. I bought a ream of one of those thick reams of cardstock paper. That cost me. Yeah, I'm gonna check my Amazon. So far I'm at $14. Cardstock paper, printer paper. I got 100 of that. So that was 15 bucks. So I'm at $29 so far for all this. And I mean, if you need ink, you gotta pay for ink, right? But 29 bucks for all this. What else? And I had to buy this. And I had to buy those. So those were... So far, we're at 29 bucks. I want to make sure I'm saying it right. So far, we're at $29. Monster cards. All you need is Monster Deck 2. You don't need Monster Deck 1. So let's go Monster Cards Deck 2. Here it is. It's 7 bucks. So 36 bucks so far. 36 bucks for the monster cards. And then I had to buy these. Let's see how much that was. I'm at $36 so far. I just need to get the link to the room. Hold on one second. Hold on one sec. The room cards, here they are. There's from PNP Arcade. The room cards were $3. So 39 bucks. We're at $39. $39. And then the sleeves, I just had these from I unsleeved games that I haven't played in a while and used them. But let's just say you don't have game sleeves. I'm at 39 bucks. So let's see, if you don't have game sleeves, the sleeves that I choose are Ultra Pros, because the Ultra Pros are the best in the business to me. Those were the most expensive. So I got I'd probably say 200, right? So that would be $8 per 100. So that's 16, right? So that's $57 for the sleeves. So that's sleeves, cards, printing, 57 bucks total. You're the man, Canje. A rough guess would have been sufficient, sir. Yeah. No, I mean, I want to make sure that y'all get what you expect. And so Um, yeah, so it came out to about, if you want this game the way that I have it, here, $57. That's the game. That is the entire. That is this, and printing everything that I just said to you. Getting all this on the table, all the bling out, $57. I think it's worth it. If you want to add more, remember these were like $8 to get if you want an adventure with a story. And I think if you wanted the book, the PDFs were about $10, and the printouts are about 14, so it's completely up. But $57. I use Sleeve Kings. If it rips, they're cheap enough to replace. There you go. So even cheaper. So I'll say that if you go super expensive on the sleeves, it'll be $57-$60. If you go less than that, it's between $39 for everything without sleeves, and then how much ever sleeves cost. That's it. So to me, minus sleeves, $39 for all this stuff, I think is a good deal. It's a great game. It's a fun game. I went through just kind of like stepping through dungeons so you can see that. But like I said, if if you all say, hey, I want to see an adventure played in this instead of you mindlessly walking through a dungeon. Okay. Let me know in the comments. Let me know by likes if you like what you saw, and if you're part of the Patreon, let me know in the Discord that you want to see it, and I'll put up a vote for which adventure, and we'll go through an adventure. Never. Oh, Fred, you hurt me. Stop it! You're killing me. Never. Heresy. Find that man. But yeah, the artwork is great, and what's really cool, what I'll do when I do the playthrough is, because we won't be doing this and we'll be using the graph paper, I'm going to use these cards. Let me tell you why I said that. Let me turn this back on so you can see what I'm talking about. We'll turn this back on, and then I'll do this. I'll show you something that's not green. Maybe you won't green. Okay. So here's the difference between going base game and going with what the cards say, because the cards want to make things fun for you. Highest character level +3, but in the game, in the book, I'll tell you what Medusa's level is. Medusa is a level 4. Medusa's a level 4 monster. So this is saying highest character level +3 is her level. But in the book it says 4, no matter what. What's cool about this card is that as my highest character level had a 2, which means that would put her at a level 5. Let's say my highest character level is maxed out at level 5, then that puts her at an 8. Her level's 8, which means you need to roll 8 or higher, and as a level 5, you have the potential to do it, but it makes her that much stronger, right? So it makes her stronger. She still gets the life and the attack and everything. But that's what we'll do. If you all say, yeah, that's what we want to do, I'm going to go by what the cards say, not what the book says, and then we'll go through an adventure with that, which would be amazing. So it's that, none of this, none of that. It's going to be me playing with this, a graph paper that I'll have down, and going through the different rooms that come up on these cards for us to use with these rules. Yay! That's what we'll do. But that's this content. That's what we got. Like I said, they're printouts that we use. I got these professionally done because I want the adventures to be vibrant and nice. So I paid the extra. But that's fine. Alright. Cool. Cool. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed 4 Against Darkness. I think it's a lot of fun. I know usually roll and writes are not for a lot of people, and they'll say, it's not my thing or whatnot, but sometimes, you don't want to break out a component-heavy game. I mean, I did kind of with the bling out, right? But sometimes you don't want to break out a component-heavy game. You just want something quick to the table, really light, play through it, knock it out, go on an adventure, and be done. 45 minutes. To be honest, the game is 45 minutes long, but 45 minutes of you going through everything, and that's it. Like, that's the game. Really quick, you put it away, you come back to it. You're like, okay, this time I want to try an adventure, so you go to the Silent Mill, right? You go to the Silent Mill. That is the perfect see-through card. You go through the Stump of Elemental Evil, and you play this through, you beat it, 45 minutes, you're done, and you move on to the next thing. Like, that's what I like about... a lot of people, like I said, don't like pen and paper games because where are the tactile pieces? Where's the cardboard? You don't really need it, right? You don't really... D&D is not that. D&D is not cardboard. It is if you're Matt Mercer, but other than that, it's not. You know, they have Dwarven Forge and wonderful show stuff because you know they're able to do that. But if you don't, you just play D&D with pen and paper. That's what this is. I do like these types of games. That's what I loved about Dragonhold. Simple start and it's a cool adventure. No real components. Yeah, and you could just play it and just have a fun adventure with it. I think I'm a fan of pen and paper games. I think For Against the Darkness, I want to play through one of these adventures. I need focus. That's my thing. I need a purpose for my game. If I'm gonna play a game, I need a purpose. Why am I doing what I'm doing? Why am I walking through this dungeon? Get loot and leave. It's not good enough. So the base game is a great introduction, but it's not enough for me. However, that's the reason why I got these. So this will give me purpose, and then with purpose, I enjoy it. I started playing that was this one, Dark Waters. This one. I started playing this one just to test it out. I played like for 10 minutes. I liked it because it gave me purpose. It gave me a reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. The minis are here. This is them. I use the minis from Dice Throne. So I use those minis as the minis that I use for the game, but you don't really need them. Yeah, you don't really need them. All right, well, I don't know. I mean, I hope you all like this, or maybe not. Maybe it wasn't for you and you were bored out of your skull watching me kind of traipse through a dungeon. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know why. The curious thing I want to know is, I want to know, and help me out with this if you're watching it later. Write it in the comments below. But I'm curious for myself. What is the thing that you look for when you play a board game? Is it minis? Is it components? Is it a story? Like, is it the lore? What is it that you look for? And I will tell you that if you look for story, if you look for lore, if you look for theme, something thematic, something blends well with you. And I know everyone will say I look for all these things, but I want to know the main thing you look for. What's the main key thing you look for when you play these games? And just put in there just kind of what you think. If you want to put it in chat, that's fine. You always... Hey Brian, what's going on? The game isn't for me, but yeah, which is fine. Complexity, depth, and challenge. Yeah. So my thing is, if you think that these games would kind of scratch that itch, I'd say give at least one pen and paper game a shot. It doesn't have to be For Against Darkness. It could be D100. It could be some Cthulhu themed thing because, you know, you're more into the Lovecraftian stuff. But give a pen and paper game a shot and just see if that kind of does it for you. It doesn't have to be this one. But we'll continue through this month as I'm showcasing. Next Sunday is going to be D100 Dungeon. And then we're going to get into Voyage. No, next Sunday is Voyages. We're going to be going through Voyages, which is a Kickstarter that came out, which is a pen and paper one. That's a roll and write one. And then we'll do D100 Dungeon. And then we're going to play Woods one more time to see how that goes to close out the month. But that's what's going to be happening. Exploration with a story heading into the unknown. Yeah, that's kind of me too, Brian. That's kind of me too. So what's coming up? I'm on vacation. I'm on vacation as of yesterday. I was on vacation. So tomorrow, Zerehria. Tuesday the same. Wednesday, no, Tuesday is Tuesday the same. I know I'm playing through that game to get through the entire first campaign. I know I'm doing that. But I'll also be playing Pandemic Legacy. I'll be playing Gloomhaven Digital with Rob from Rob's Gaming Table, Kate, and Cynthia. I'll be playing. I'll be on the One Stop Co-op Shop chat on Saturday. We're gonna get into. I think Voyages is the next one that's coming up. But we've got a lot of games. Well, I'm getting through that series so that as the Kickstarter is coming May 3rd, you can see it and determine if it's a game for you. That's why I'm doing it, right? Besides, I love it so much. For me, no brain burn, no joy. At least solo. With others, that changes a lot. Of course you do. Attainable, real goal that can be failed. Not victory points or status, but a final end result, good or bad. Yeah. That's what I am for too. Like, I like playing games like Terraforming Mars where I race against someone, try to beat them because I'm really competitive. Which is why Pac-Man and I have the going, like we both always oscillate between who beats who in Terraforming Mars. But I do like that. I like that because I like when people have fun with it. It's not. I'm not a competitive of okay, I must destroy you or flip table. I'm angry. It's more fun competitive where it's oh I beat you and then they get to talk trash to me for a little while and I laugh at it. Like that's the stuff I like. But when I beat them, it's reversed. Right? They got to be able to take it. So I like that type. It makes me smile. So usually when Pac-Man beats me at Terraforming Mars, oh, he's relentless, but I love it. I love it. I love it. So, but it'll be good. It'll be good. All right. I'm going to get out of here and let you all enjoy the rest of your Sunday morning, noon, or night, wherever you are in the world. So thank you so much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you thought. I really care and want to know what you think about just the whole genre of roll and write and pen and paper and what you like, what you don't like, that type of thing. But that's all I got. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you all. I will see you all tomorrow for more Zerehria. And thank you. Hope you enjoy it. I will see you all later. Insert comment here. Bye, everybody.